Okay, so now we're going to do a little room tour. This is our standard balcony stateroom on Emerald Kaia, room 404. Let's go in, take a look around. Walk into the room. I'm just going to go straight back, and then we'll start over at the front door, but this will give you a little bit of a idea of what the room looks like. So we've been living in this room for about 4 days, and everything is in here the way we would normally have it. So it's not like we just got here and I'm showing this to you. This is what it looks like after it's been lived in. Now the front door basically goes out to the hallway. There's nothing on the back of the door. There are some lights here. This is a do not disturb light. This is a please clean up the room light. What's a little interesting is that both of these can be on at the same time. I'm not sure which one takes precedence. I'm assuming it's the do not disturb. Normally you would see that when you turn on the clean up the room light, it would turn off the do not disturb, but anyway, doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. It's a couple of light switches for the lights in the stateroom. These are the lights over the bed, and these are the brighter lights. These are a light switch for the bathroom lights. We'll do the bathroom here in a little bit. Let's start looking at the closet. There are 3 sections to the closet. This is kind of one big area here. We open this one. There is a shelf up here that you can use. Also nice wooden hangers. And we just have our coats and a shirt in here right now. And they have both the regular hangers and the clip style hangers. Now down below here you can't see it, but there's a safe. Kind of an interesting place to put a safe because you have to kind of move your clothes out of the way to open it, but it's a very large safe. I have one of my containers here with some electronics in it, and there are a couple of nice sized drawers in this closet. We're not using them because there is a lot of drawer storage in this stateroom. This is another closet here. You'll notice the lights come on automatically. Up here they've got the life vests. Here we have some more hanging clothes. And this is everything we brought. We're only on for 5 or 6 days. And then we have a few other things stored down here. There's another large drawer here. And it is soft clothes. And then there's a shelf underneath for shoes and other items. Okay, let's go. That's our closet space. Let's go in here to the main part of the room. Very large desk and very nice, I should say. It's a really, really nice desk unit. We have a mirror here, large mirror, and there is a drawer here, very thin, very narrow drawer for things like room service menus, a notepad with a pen. We keep a a manila envelope in here for things we want to take back with us. And there is a desk chair, very comfortable, and it has this interesting material on it, kind of looks like a sheep's wool, but it's not. And a nice large trash can under there, and a light under the desk, which is kind of nice. There's also a light over the desk, and it's a little hard to find. It's back here, right there. Now, what's interesting about this desk, I can't decide if I like it or not. It's got this little kind of a trench behind here. And one thing they have done is they've given a lot of power ports and USB ports. We have a USB-C and a USB-A, and we have 2 AC ports. This is that switch I was telling you about for the desk. Well, what's nice about their AC outlets is they're universal. I've never seen this on any cruise ship. So it will accept the European style plugs like this, or the 2-prong US plugs. I believe it'll also take a British style plug. So they're universal. I don't know why every cruise line doesn't do that. Now, what's plugged in here are these little Vox units. These are what you use on tours to listen to the tour guide. These are in the stateroom, and they're free for your use. And then you can store anything you want in here, this little trench. I've just got some random electronics and cables stored there. If you have a MacBook Pro like I've got, your power brick will not plug in here. It won't fit. So that's why I don't have my MacBook on the desk right now. I actually have it over there behind the bed charging. So let's move on down the desk. We have a 50-inch flat screen television. There's very little television programming. There's no news channels. I think there's a Nat Geo and some other channel entertainment-wise, but no news programming. And then there's some onboard channels for onboard information. They do provide you with a Kleenex box, which is nice. 2 water bottles, which I believe are yours to keep. And they're very cool the way they work. Very nice water bottles. And there are refill stations around the ship where you can refill these with filtered water. Very nice little coffee station, coffee and tea. They even have a kettle. But if you're a coffee drinker, you do have some coffee products here in this espresso/coffee machine. Some glasses, and they do provide you with bottles of bottled water here. Okay, down below we have a mini bar. I am not sure if this mini bar is complimentary or not. We haven't taken anything out of it, so I don't really know if the drinks in here are included in the price or not. I'll put it on the screen. I'll find out, and I'll put it on the screen and let you know. And then very large drawers here, 4 of them, all soft close. So you got 4 large, deep drawers down here. A lot of storage. This room has a lot of storage. This sofa is very comfortable. It's got that same kind of, I don't know what, it almost feels like some sort of carpet, but it's very soft, very plush, and a very comfortable sofa. The walls are, at least the side walls, are in kind of a padded, I guess it's a vinyl. Very modern, very contemporary. The decor of the room is very contemporary. And if we look on the other side of the room, behind the bed, you'll notice the same wall treatment. There's also a very large mirror here on this side of the room. It kind of makes the room feel a little bit bigger. Now, they claim this room is 330 square feet. I measured the room with my laser tape measure, and I could only come out with about 305 square feet, and that includes the balcony. We'll get to the balcony here in a minute. Let's talk about the bed for a second. I find the bed to be very comfortable. Several people I've talked to have found the bed to be very comfortable. They do have a selection of pillows. Again, lots of power outlets, probably more power outlets on this cruise ship than I've ever seen on any ship. This is where I've got my MacBook plugged in, because you can see this is a little deeper. That brick will fit here. This is just an adapter I have, so there's two AC power outlets right here on this side of the bed. If we look down here, we've got another AC outlet and a USB-A and a USB-C. So we have two USB by the bed. This switch here will raise or lower a blackout shade. If we press it down, you'll notice the blackout shade lowers automatically. Very cool, and it keeps the room extremely dark. So if you like a dark room for sleep, that's great. I'm going to open it back up. And then we've got some switches here to control the lights inside these little cubbies. And this controls the lights in the stateroom. So if you're in bed at night and you want to turn out all the lights in the stateroom, except for the one over the desk, where we tried that, but it will turn out everything except for the desk light. You also have some lights back here along this other little tray, and you can use this to hold electronics. I like that. I really like that. Of course, I got my MacBook up here right now just because this is where I charge it. Now, they don't have nightstands, and that's a little controversial, because to see if you have an alarm clock, or if you have a clock, I use my cell phone as a clock, you have to kind of lean over and look back up here to see anything. Also, if you have medications or anything, the only place to put anything is back in this cubby, which is behind you. There's no little table out here for you to set things on. And also, everything is open where you can see it. There is a little padded, kind of a leather padded headboard here, very soft. There is a gap in this bed because of the way they've designed it with these these little boards that hide what's underneath the bed. And those boards are also on the back of the bed. And that leaves about a 3 to 4 inch gap. Your pillow can actually scrunch down in that gap if you're not careful. It's not a big deal, but it's just something I'll point out. Now you'll find the exact same electronic package over here on the other side of the bed. Same cubby system. And I also forgot to mention the little night light. You do have a little night light here on each side of the bed. But you also have all the switches. You can control the blackout shade. You have the USB ports, the power port, and the 2 power ports up here. I've got an adapter plugged into this one. Ricky's charging a few of her electronics up here. So tons of power ports. If you travel with a CPAP machine, you're in business. You won't have any trouble finding power in this room. There are power ports everywhere in the stateroom. The carpet is kind of a brown pattern. Not much of a pattern, really. It's just brown. It's not real colorful. In fact, the room is almost monochromatic. Kind of, maybe it's a gray. That carpet may actually be a gray. It's hard to tell. Somewhere between a brown and a gray. The one thing missing from the room, as far as the decor, is there's no color. There's no artwork anywhere. The only color is this little chair here, which is nice, with an ottoman. That's the only splash of color in the room. Nice large table here where you could sit and drink coffee. You couldn't really use that chair for in-room dining. I don't think it'd be very comfortable. You might be able to move this table over here and somebody could sit, either 2 people could sit on the sofa, or you could bring that desk chair over here and maybe use that. I don't know. I don't know if this room is really set up for in-room dining. Now the balcony is. And to hide your luggage, these panels on the front of the bed lift up. You can lift them up and take them off. The other thing missing from the stateroom, again, none of these are big issues. They're just nitpicky things. But there's no hooks on the walls. We bring our own magnetic hooks. As you can see here, these are just magnets. These walls are metal. So we use these magnetic hooks to hang backpack caps. I have a couple more up here by the front door, one for my sunglasses. And they come in really handy, and if you're interested in those, I'll put a link in the description of the video. You get them on Amazon. They're very cheap. Okay, let's go out and take a look at the balcony. Again, another power port right here. Look at that. Right there by the sofa. There's a sheer curtain. There is no heavy curtain. The only other curtain is the blackout shade. Now we are docked in Istanbul today. We're right on the Bosphorus. There's a lot of traffic out here. We're going to go out to the balcony door is a little bit hard to open. It's very heavy. Now the balcony is pretty narrow. As you can see, there's not a lot of space from the rail to the window, but they do give you a nice couple of chairs out here and a big table. This is actually the place for in-suite dining. You could very easily enjoy breakfast out here, glass of champagne, sail away. It's a very nice balcony setup as far as the furnishings. I like the furnishings. Okay, let's go check out the bathroom. This is the thermostat right here. You kind of have to wave your hand in front of it to turn it on. And it's all touch sensitive. Okay, let's check out the bathroom. Now the bathroom's pretty good size. It's decent size. There are some hooks on the wall in the bathroom. There's 2 hooks here, and there's 2 on the back of the bathroom door, and they do provide you with robes. These are the kind of plush robes, but no branding on the robes, and no branding on the slippers other than the little name tag where it talks about Emerald Cruises. Bath towels and hand towels. The wall is kind of it's some sort of a stone finish, very nice. Gray, again, is that gray theme. There is a makeup mirror, and at first, Ricky didn't know it, but it is lighted. So they do give you a lighted makeup mirror. Very nice. And it's on an articulating arm, so you can move it in a variety of directions and positions. Now, as far as storage, you've got 2 drawers underneath the sink, nice size sink, 2 drawers underneath. There are no pulls on the cabinet. Now, I was able to get my fingers under there, but you pretty much have to come in here from the side to open these drawers. And there's storage here. These are some of the amenities that they provide in the bathroom. There's a shaving kit, 2 of them actually, a loofah, a sleeping mask, a couple of sewing kits, shower cap, vanity kit, toothbrush. They give you a lot of amenities in your stateroom. Soft closed drawers. And again, the only way to open this bottom drawer, since there's no pull, is you kind of have to hook your hand over here on the edge. And of course, Ricky's got that filled up with all her stuff. Now they also have a Dyson hairdryer, real sign of a luxury cruise line. Again, soft close. After making this video, one of our journalist friends pointed out that all you have to do is push in on the drawer and there's a little spring release. So you just basically push in and it pops out. We didn't know that, so now you know. And something you rarely see, a medicine cabinet. And again, there is no pull. You just have to kind of put your hand under here and open it. And the only problem with that is you get fingerprints because you'll tend to touch this and you'll kind of course they clean it every night and every day, but and there's some nice shelf space with a mirror behind it. I don't know that second mirror was necessary, but it is a mirrored, both inside and out. There's a mirror, but a lot of shelf space, a lot of storage in this bathroom. Also a couple of glasses for your toothbrushes. Again, nice size, kind of a vessel sink. Hand towels. And they do provide you with hand soap and hand lotion. They do not provide bar soap. Bathroom's very large, very comfortable. I like the colors. I like this gray, kind of a matte marble look color. The toilet right here does have a semi soft close lid. The shower stall, very large. It's a glass enclosure, very nice. They do not have a rain shower head in the ceiling, but you have this shower wand slash shower head that has several different options. You can change the pattern here with this little switch to a variety of different patterns. Controls are very easy to understand. This turns the water on and adjusts the pressure. This one adjusts your temperature. They do provide you with body wash, shampoo, and conditioner, but they do not provide bar soap. You'll notice I have my own bar of soap that I brought with me. And you'll also notice I have it sitting back here behind the shampoo. And the reason is because they don't have a shelf. That would be my biggest criticism of this shower, is they need a little metal shelf at an angle, a triangular, so that we can put our soap or our personal products. I have my razor balanced up here on this handrail. This is kind of a handrail. So I just had to put, I guess I could set it over here too, but then it kind of gets in the way. And I have my shaving cream balanced down here. Ricky accidentally knocked it off the other day. So either back here, they need a little tray, or right up here, they need some sort of a little tray to hold personal items. There also is not one of those little foot things that women put their feet on to shave their legs. They don't have one of those in here. You also have the clothesline, in case you need to dry your swimsuit or other items. There's one other interesting thing. I've never seen this on any other cruise ship. They provide one of these water wand items here. Now I'll let you figure out what you're supposed to do with that. I'm not going to get into that. The other little critique would be the trash can. This is the trash can in the bathroom. Number one, I'm not sure this is a good position for it. But number two, there's no way to open it with your foot. You have to reach down and lift up this lid to open it. I think they could have come up with a better trash can. There's a red light up here. And I noticed it this morning. I guess it's a night light. Because when you open the bathroom without the light on, you have just enough light from that red light to see what's going on. So I assume that's their attempt at some sort of a night light, because I can't think of what other purpose it would serve. The time we've spent here has been extremely comfortable. We love the stateroom. I would rate it, just based on the little nitpicky things, I'm only going to give it a 9 out of 10, but I am going to give it 9 out of 10. I think it's that comfortable. It's that roomy. There's plenty of storage. It's been very quiet and very peaceful. We haven't heard any loud noises anywhere. So one of the better staterooms in this category, in this size range that we've experienced. So good job, Emerald Cruises. This is our first Emerald cruise and the first time in this stateroom. So we've been very impressed. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up. That really does help our YouTube rankings. And until I see you on the next stateroom review or cruise review, smooth sailing.